The glow of my phone lit up the darkness. Silent accusations stared back. Message not delivered. My thumb lingered over the resend button as if pressing harder could force it through. Hey, just checking in. You okay? Blocked? Ellie, my wife, had blocked me. 3 days into her solo getaway. Already I was invisible in her world. The living room, dimly lit by the flicker of a muted TV, felt foreign, like I was trespassing in my own home. Her absence pressed on me. Heavy as the wedding band, I kept twisting on my finger. I told myself it had to be some glitch. Ellie wasn't. The kind to shut me out without a word. We'd been married 5 years, built a rhythm together. Coffee too bitter. Her laugh at my corny jokes. The way she'd curl against me on the couch. But hadn't the warnings been there, the way her eyes darted to her phone when she thought I wasn't watching? To late nights at work that stretched longer? Then her excuses? I brushed it off as stress, told myself she needed space. She said this trip to the coast was her reset. I believed her because I wanted to. The next morning I sat at the kitchen table, silenced, thick and heavy. On the counter sat her favorite chipped mug, a relic from some clumsy morning years back. I opened my laptop for distraction, but instead my fingers betrayed me. Typing her name into social media, her account was locked down. Privacy settings, tighter than I'd ever seen. Strange. She used to share everything. Sunsets, lattes, us. I scrolled through my own feed, landing on a photo from last summer. Ellie whined in her hair, laughing on a pier. My chest ocked, desperate. I checked her friends' profiles, feeling like a thief. Nothing. No sign of her trip, no trace of her at all. I called her best friend Tara. The phone rang endlessly before she answered. Hey Mark, she said, clipped. Rehearsed. What's up? Ellie's not answering. Have you heard from her? I tried to sound casual, but my voice betrayed me. A pause. She's probably just unwinding. You know how she is. Her laugh was thin, brittle. She hung up too quickly. My gut twisted. Tara knew something. I could feel it sharp as a splinter buried under skin. Days blurred together. I paced the apartment, the wooden floor groaning beneath me. Her suitcase was gone, her closet half empty. She'd said she was packing light, just a week to clear my head. But the house felt wrong, like it was holding its breath. I searched her drawers, her desk, anywhere for a clue. In her nightstand, beneath old receipts, I found a folded slip of paper. My hands trembled as I opened it. A phone number scrolled in her handwriting. One word beneath it, Daniel. No last name, no explanation, just Daniel. I didn't call, at least not yet. Instead, I sat on the edge of our bed, staring at the number until it blurred. My mind spun stories. A coworker, a friend, a stranger. I remembered her mentioning a new colleague months ago, someone who made her laugh. I teased her about it. She'd brushed it off, cheeks flushed pink. I thought nothing of it. Now, it felt like everything. On the 5th day, I broke. I dialed. A man's voice, deep and calm, answered. Hello? My throat dried. Is Ellie there a beat? Who's this? His voice sharpened, defensive. Her husband, the words scraping out like gravel. Silence. Then a click. He hung up. My pulse thundered in my ears. I called again, straight to voicemail. I sank to the floor, the phone hot against my cheek, her perfume lingering like a ghost. That night, I drove to the coast, she'd mentioned. A small inn, the tide's rest. The road stretched endlessly, headlights slicing the dark. Every mile replayed her distracted smiles, the way she'd stopped wearing her ring to wash dishes. I had been blind, stitching excuses over the truth. At 2 a.m., the ensign glowed faintly. The clerk, a tired woman with grayster hair, frowned. When I asked for Ellie, checked out yesterday, she said. With a man, tall, dark hair, my knees buckled. Clung to the counter with biting my palms. You're sure? She nodded, pity softening her eyes. They looked close. I drove home in a Daysay's, the ocean's roar fading behind me. Back at the apartment, I tore through her belongings again. Beneath the couch, I found her old phone, the one she'd claimed was broken, It powered on. My hands shook as I scrolled. Messages to Daniel, hundreds of them. Can't wait to see you. He doesn't suspect a thing. I love you. Each line sliced through me, carving up the life I thought we had. Photos too. Ellie laughing in his arms. A beach I didn't recognize. I couldn't stop. Every word was a blade. Ash! Every photo proof of a double life. I didn't sleep. I packed a bag, clothes, books, the guitar she'd given me for my birthday. I left her chipped mug on the counter. Handle turned out like an accusation. On a slip of paper, I wrote only, I know about Daniel. I'm gone. I set my ring beside it. Cold metal against wood. My chest screamed to stay, to demand answers, to beg. But I couldn't. No, not. After seeing her truth spelled out in her own words. I moved into a friend's cabin upstate, a place Ellie and I had once visited. The woods swallowed me in quiet. I didn't touch my phone for days. When I finally did, missed calls filled the screen. Voicemails from Ellie, I couldn't bear to play. Tara had texted too. She's a mess, Mark. Please talk to her. I didn't answer. Ellie's voice, her laugh, her lies echoes. I couldn't face. Weeks later, I stumbled on Tara's post. A photo of Ellie, pale and hollow-eyed, clutching a coffee cup. Caption, healing takes time. Supportive comments flooded in. I scrolled until I found hers. I made a mistake. I lost everything. My chest tightened. A part of me longed to run back, to fix us. But the other part, the one that remembered her messages, her secret life, knew there was no return. I sold the guitar, burned Daniel's number, began piecing myself back together, sharp fragment by sharp fragment. The cabin became my refuge, the woods my sanctuary. Still at night, when the wind carried silence, her face haunted me. Her smile, her lies, and I wondered if I'd ever truly known her. Months later, the twist arrived. A letter forwarded from our old address. Ellie's handwriting, shaky and uneven. Inside a confession, Daniel wasn't her lover. He was her brother, arranged for years, dying of cancer. She had hidden him from me to spare me her grief, to protect our marriage from her pain. The trip wasn't betrayal, it was farewell. The texts, the photos, they were her clinging to the time she had left. She blocked me not to deceive, but to hide her tears. Her letter ended with a plea, find me, I never did. Some truths cut deeper than lies.